Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for another ribbon cutting this week in downtown Shakopee. So it's wonderful to see the progress and the growth in our community and especially in our downtown, because the belief of the Chamber and the belief is our main streets and our small businesses are the lifeblood of a community. We have an amazing, strong community from an industry standpoint, from an attraction standpoint, but everything kind of flows back down to the idea the small business community thrives, so goes a thriving community. So it's great to see new businesses come in, other businesses expand, and unique businesses come in too. And that's where D&H Toys and Collectibles comes into play. So Holly, I'm going to introduce you. I want you to talk about the why and how and everything of starting your business.
All right. And it's not flashing, so does that mean it's...
You're good to go.
Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming on a Friday morning, a beautiful Friday morning. My name is Holly. This is my husband, Dan, the D and the H. We wanted to do HD, but that was taken. So we have been lifelong nerds, geeks our whole life. We are Minnesota born and bred. And after Dan retired from the military, we were East Coast for a long time. He retired about 5 years ago, and we both wanted to come back home to Minnesota. We grew up in small town Hibbing up north, but we wanted to come down to the cities when we moved back home. And Shakopee is like a small town to us. It's huge, it's expanding, but the downtown is a lot like it reminded us of our downtown community growing up in Hibbing, and the small town atmosphere. We are geeks and nerds, as I said, and we have been collectors our whole life. We were doing different conventions, and people were saying, get a brick and mortar. I didn't want to, because I knew it would be a lot of work. I didn't want to be in a big mall. So again, when this opened up, this opportunity storefront, it was meant to be a small storefront and in a small town, basically, atmosphere. So we're very grateful and blessed to have landed in Shakopee. He still works full-time at a full-time job. I still volunteer full-time over at Hosanna and Hart, but we're going to be expanding our hours, and we look forward to more growth in downtown. Mr. Taco is awesome. If you have not tried them, they are 2 doors down, and they are incredible. So, and then we have... Not sure what's coming in next door to us, but something new is coming. So we really appreciate all the support we've gotten from the Chamber, from Heather and Tim and everyone else. And we look forward to the future and seeing what's in store.
And I just want to expand a little bit and say thank you for the Chamber and thank you for the community for welcoming us in. And we really appreciate all the support that we've gotten. And we look forward to starting this great adventure with our new endeavor with this community, and hope that we can expand and grow within as much as we can as Shakopee expands and grows. So thank you very much all for attending. We appreciate all your support.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite Mayor Lehman to come up and read a proclamation from the city. You want me to wear this? Yeah. That's good.
That's good. All right. Well, welcome to Shakopee. We're glad to have you. Wish you the best of success. Dan and Holly, correct?
Yes.
Thank you for your military service, by the way. And I'd like to point out Councilor Lara and Councilor Contreras are here with us today. Thanks for coming. Proclamation, D&H Toys and Collectibles, Friday, April 12th, 2024. Whereas owners Holly and Dan Noss, don't want to wreck that, who proudly described themselves as lifelong nerds and geeks, met in 6th grade in Hibbing, Minnesota. Their love for all things sci-fi and geekdom was apparent even then. Dan loved going to Saturday matinee marathons of classic Godzilla movies. Don't we all love them? Classic books, comic books, and anything Star Wars. Holly grew up with 2 older brothers who introduced her to Star Trek, Star Wars, comic books, and cartoons. And whereas over the years they accumulated collections from their various interests, so much so that they started selling items at conventions like Twin Cities Con or the Uncanny Experience. Folks at these conventions enjoy the Noss's collections and kept telling the married couple of 22 years that they should open their own store. After Dan retired from the Air Force, 27 years, they returned home to Minnesota and settled in Shakopee. And whereas when a storefront at 113 Lewis Street South in downtown Shakopee became available, They saw it as an opportunity and took the leap. D&H Toys and Collectibles sells and buys new and vintage toys and collectibles. Well, my wife has a lot of vintage stuff too, so she's probably going to park down here. Along with being able to take all the fandoms from fellow geeks and nerds who come into the shop, the couple feels the opportunity to reach out and give back to the local community have been a blessing. In the 5 months since opening, they have partnered with the Southern Valley Alliance, the Heart Initiative, Shakopee VFW Post 4046, Mikasa, CAPS, and Law Enforcement Labor Service Benevolent Fund to spread awareness and fundraise for their missions. Whereas on Friday, April 12th, D&H Toys and Collectibles will celebrate the ribbon cutting of its business at 113 Lewis Street South in Shakopee, Minnesota. Now, therefore, I, Matt Lehman, Mayor of the City of Shakopee, do hereby proclaim Friday, April 12th to be D&H Toys and Collectible Day in the City of Shakopee, Minnesota. Given under my hand and seal of City of Shakopee, Minnesota, this 3rd day of April, 2024. This is for you. And we're going to have some fun geek time down here.
I know, right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Holly and Dan from the Chamber of Commerce. So congratulations on the opening of your new business. May your confidence and investment in Shakopee and its economy be rewarded with a lifetime of success. As a start towards this goal, the Shakopee Chamber of Commerce hereby presents your first $1 of clear profit.